Batting seventh and catching, number 2, Luke Lambert. Batting eighth and playing left field, number 24, Lahim Bell. Batting ninth and playing right field, number 11, Wayne Wilkerson. And on the mound for the Titans, number 21, Evamel Quelez. The Titans are coached by Stephen Brown. Assistant coaches are Mitch Gallagher, Tyson Ellis, Pete Donovan, and Greg Plecky Sr. And now, please rise and move your hats as we honor America by playing the national anthem. Welcome to Bruce Bochy Field. It's a beautiful day for baseball. Here's the season opener for the Titans. Evamel Quelez is warming up as we get ready for some baseball. Titans are hosting South Georgia State College today. We play one today, and then we have a doubleheader beginning at noon tomorrow in the 3-game series. Like I said, Evamel Quelez has 4 pitches: fastball, changeup, slider, and curveball. He's finishing up his warm-ups as we get ready for baseball here at Bruce Bochy Field. Leading off for South Georgia State, number 30, Bryce Pearson. South Georgia State's Bryce Pearson steps into the box, second baseman, leading off for the Hawks. Evamel Quelez is ready, and here we go.
First pitch just misses. Ball 1. Just a bit low on that one. 2-0 now. Quaylis on Bryce Kierson. First strike of the game for Quaylis. 2-1 on Kierson. Just misses with that one. 3-1. Hit to the shortstop. Nice play, and we're underway with the first out of the game. Hector Manguel to Adrian Dominguez.
Now batting, number 9, Landon Yates.
That brings up Landon Yates, the center fielder for South Georgia State. Quilez's first pitch. Strike 1. A nice pitch there for strike 2. He got Yates looking at that one. 0-2 count. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled straight back. Remains 0-2. Quaylis ready with the 0-2 once again. Strike 3, swinging. Good pitch there by Quaylis for the first strikeout. Second out of the inning.
Now batting, number 20, Kyle Shivers.
Kyle Shivers is up now. Led the team in hitting last year. He's the only returner really coming back from last year's team. Strike 1, looking on the first pitch. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Quaylis. Nice pitch, but just a bit low, 1-1. Ball 2, 2-1 on Shivers, the first baseman from South Georgia State. Quaylis takes a second to set himself, and we're ready with the 2-1 pitch. Outside once again, 3-1 now on Shivers. Hit to the shortstop. Hector Manguel makes the play to Adrian Dominguez, and the top of the first is over. 1-2-3 inning for Evamel Quaylis.
What's going on, mama? Something just dawned on me. I ain't been home in some months. Been chasing songs and women, making some bad decisions. God knows I'm drinking too much. Yeah, I know you've been worried about me. You've been losing sleep since 93. I thought you should know that all those prayers you thought
Nathan Webb finishing up his warm-up tosses for South Georgia State as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Carlos Cordero will lead it off for the Titans.
See you later. Have fun with your grandson. Thank you. See you around.
Leading off for the Titans, number 1, Carlos Cordero.
Second baseman Carlos Cordero is digging in as we get started here in the bottom of the first inning. Cordero had a good season last year for the Titans. Returns as one of the leaders of the group this year, playing second base. First pitch is outside, ball 1 to Carlos. Nathan Webb's second pitch. Strike 1 called, so 1-1 now on Cordero. A swinging strike, and Webb's up 1-2 now on Carlos Cordero, leading off here in the bottom of the first. Here's Webb's 1-2. Cordero hits it, right fielders lined it up, and catches it for the first out in the bottom of the first inning.
Cooper.
That brings up the designated hitter, Jake Cooper, making his Titans debut, batting second here today in the bottom of the first inning. Fouls the first one straight back, 0-1. Webb has definitely come out throwing strikes. Cooper digs in again. Webb's ready. Here comes the 0-1. Inside pitch, 1-1. Just misses there, 2-1. Cooper right back in the box. Webb looks ready, and here comes the 2-1 pitch. Fouled back, and it's 2-2. Webb sets, gets his sign, and here's the 2-2 pitch. And that clips him, so Cooper takes first base with a hit by a batter. And that brings up Adrian Dominguez, the first baseman.
Adrian Dominguez.
Dominguez, another returner from last year's team, had a good season last season for the Titans. Back this year looking for more. First pitch is strike. Dominguez took a look at it, but didn't swing. So 0-1, Webb has him ahead again. Throw over to first. Cooper's back. Webb sets once again with the 0-1 pitch. Just low with that one, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 from Webb. Outside, 2-1. Webb gets the sign. He sets with the 2-1 pitch to Dominguez. Outside, 3-1. Cooper at first base, 3-1 count now to Dominguez. Webb sets. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Big swing from Dominguez, foul ball, 3-2. Webb gets the sign. He sets. Here's the 3-2 to Dominguez. Ball 4. So Titans have stuff going here in the first inning. Cooper jogs the second. Dominguez takes first. Brings up Hector Manuel.
Number 17, Hector Manuel.
Webb looking for the sign. Manuel steps in. Cooper taking a lead at second. Dominguez at first. Here's the pitch. Outside and high. Ball 1. Webb sets. Cooper really making him work here. Foul ball. Manuel was close to that one. Fouls it straight back. Yeah, Cooper's dancing at second base. Looks like he wants to take third, but Webb holding him tight. Webb turns, throws to second. Cooper's back. Still 1-1 count here on Manuel. And we're in the bottom of the first inning. Webb sets. And here's the pitch. High and inside. Ball 2. So 2-1 now on Manuel. Webb sets. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Big swing from Manuel. Straight back once again. Foul ball. Webb looking for the sign. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. 2 men on. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Webb. High, ball 3. So full count now. 2 men on, 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning for the Titans. Webb has the sign. Looks back at second. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Foul ball. Manuel once again ahead on that one. Still 3-2. Manuel steps back in. Webb's ready. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Manuel right back up the middle. Second baseman, nice play, steps on second, turns it. So after 1 inning, we are scoreless here at Bruce Bochy Field.
Hit like a train, ran out of words, I got nothing to say. Everything hurts, and I know love leads to pain. The memories serve our sweetest refrain. The waves came tumbling down as you float away. I'm reaching for you to tell me how my life goes on with you, but I suppose I'll sink like a stone if you leave me now. Oh, the stars will roll, easy come, hard go, then life goes on. I miss the flames, the heat in reserve. Oh, I remember the way that you put me first.
Leading off the top of the second for South Georgia State, number 34, Michael Fitzpatrick.
Quillis is ready now. Michael Fitzpatrick stands in. The designated hitter's ready. Here's Quillis for the top of the second inning. First pitch, Fitzpatrick, ground ball, foul down the third base line. Ball one. 1-1 count now on Fitzpatrick. Quillis working his second inning. Big swing as Quillis gets it by him. Strike two. 1-2 count now on Michael Fitzpatrick here in the top of the second inning. Quillis looks in. He has the sign. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fly ball, right field. Wayne Wilkerson's looking at it, and he makes the catch. First out here in the top of the second inning.
Now batting, number 14, Kyle Strickland.
Quillis is ready. Kyle Strickland steps in. One out here in the top of the second. First pitch outside, ball one. Quillis is set. Here's the pitch. Strike one called. So 1-1 now on Strickland, the left fielder, batting fifth today for the Hawks. Quillis is ready. Here's the pitch outside. Ball two. 2-1 now. Quillis is set. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Strickland. Just low. 3-1. Qualis is set once again. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Strickland. Swinging. And it's 3-2. Foul ball on that one. Strickland stays alive at 3-2. The 3-2 pitch from Quilles. They call it a foul ball. So it remains 3-2. It was a quarter swing. Hit the bat close to his hands. But remains 3-2. Quilles gets ready for another pitch. Swinging strike, he gets him. The second strikeout of the day for Quilles is the second out here in the second inning.
Now batting number 6, Kaiser Anthony.
That brings up third baseman Kaiser Anthony. 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Scoreless game. First pitch, strike. Quilles, nice pitch there on the outside. Quilles is set. The 0-1 is inside, ball 1. The 1-1 pitch is low for 2-1. Kaiser Anthony looking for the Hawks' first hit of the game. 2-1 count. Quilles is set. And here's the pitch. Swinging strike. Strike 2. 2-2 now. Quilles is set. Here's the 2-2. Inside. Ball 3. 3-2. Full count. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Quilles is set. His pitch. Inside. Ball 4. First walk of the day for South Georgia State. Brings up the catcher, Trey Jeffers.
Now batting number 16, Trey Jeffers.
So first base runner for the Hawks here with 2 outs in the top of the second inning. Quilles gets ready to face Trey Jeffers, the catcher. Foul ball on the first pitch. 0-1. Went into the dugout of the Titans. Quilles looks back at first. Now he's set. Pitch up the middle. Nice play by Manguel. Flips it to Cordero, and we're out of the top of the second inning. No runs, just the 1 walk. Head to the bottom of the second. Nathan Webb finishing up his warm-up pitches here in the bottom of the second inning. Kevin Smith will lead off for the Titans. The center fielder, Kevin Smith, steps in. We're ready for the bottom of the second inning. Webb gets the sign. He's ready, and here's the pitch. Outside, ball one. The 1-0, ball two, 2-0. Here's the 2-0. Strike one called. So 2-1 count now on Kevin Smith. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Big swing from Smith. Fouls it straight back. And we're 2-2. Smith is ready. Here comes Webb's pitch. Here's the 2-2. Swing and fly ball up the middle. Oh, Luke Flading, nice catch. From right field, he ran that down. It looked like the second baseman, Kirsten, had it, but Flading took it. And that's the first out of the bottom of the second. That brings up third baseman Brady Strelitz here with one out in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch, strike on the outside corner. Webb's ready with the 0-1 to Strelitz. Big swing, straight back, fouled. 0-2. Strelitz is set. Webb has the sign. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Strike three on the outside corner. Strelitz is Webb's first strikeout of the day. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. That brings up the catcher, Luke Lambert, here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. Strike one on the outside corner to Lambert, as Webb seems to have found the zone a little bit here in the second inning. Swinging strike and quickly 0-2 on Luke Lambert. Here's the 0-2 from Webb. Fouled back. Remains 0-2. Webb gets the sign, he's set, and here's the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball right to Bryce Kierson. Throws over to Shiver, and that's the end of the second inning. After 2 innings, we are scoreless here at Bruce Bochy Field.
Leading off the top of the third for the Hawks, number 25, Luke Flading.
Quaylis is done with his warm-up tosses, and here we're ready for the top of the third. Number 8 hitter, right fielder Luke Flading steps in. The first pitch. Inside, but strike called, so 0-1. Flading set. Quaylis has the sign. He's set. Fly ball. Lahim Bell is on it. And makes the catch just in foul territory. And that's the first out here in the top of the third.
Now batting number 7, Tucker Love.
Brings up the shortstop, Tucker Love, number 9 hitter in the order. One out here in the top of the third inning. Quaylis' first pitch is lined. Lahim Bell's on it and makes the running catch. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting number 30, Bryce Pearson.
2 outs quick here in the third, and that brings up the leadoff hitter, Bryce Pearson. Grounded out in his first at bat. Quaylis' first pitch, strike 1 called. Quaylis is set. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside, ball 1. So 1-1 now on Pearson. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Quaylis is 1-1. Check swing. Said he went. Strike 2. So 1-2, 2 outs here in the top of the third inning for Quaylis. Quaylis is 1-2. Fouled back. Remains 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Pearson. Nice pitch, but just outside, inside. Ball 2, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Inside, ball 3. So Kierson works himself into a full count here with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd inning. Quayles is set. Here's the pitch. Outside corner gets him looking. So 1-2-3 inning for Quayles, and we're in the middle of the 3rd inning scoreless against South Georgia State College.
Leading off the bottom of the 3rd for the Titans, number 24, Laheen Bell.
Laheen Bell steps in as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning in a scoreless game with South Georgia State College. Bell, the right and left fielder today, already made 2 catches in the outfield in the last inning. First pitch on the outside corner, strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Strike 2 on the outside. Quickly 0-2. Webb's working quick and throwing strikes now. Here's the 0-2. Fouled off. Laheen Bell still stays alive. 0-2 here in the bottom of the 3rd. Webb set. Here's the 0-2. Laheen right back up the middle, but the center fielder has it. Landon Yates with the catch. That's 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. That brings up the right fielder, Wayne Wilkerson, batting 9th today. 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. First pitch, straight back, foul ball. 0-1. Nathan Webb's really settled down since the 1st inning, throwing a lot of strikes, a lot of quality strikes here as we're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Wilkerson looks to bunt. Strike 2 called. So 0-2 once again. That's the 4th straight batter that Webb's had 0-2. Webb sets. Looking for the pitch. And here it comes. Strike 3. Wilkerson tied up on that pitch. 2nd strikeout for Webb. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Now batting number 1, Carlos Cordero.
That brings up leadoff hitter Carlos Cordero. Flew out to right field in his first at bat. Webb set with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. First pitch outside, ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Ball 2, Cordero, good eye there. Now he's got a 2-0 count here with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Here's the 2-0. Cordero right to the second baseman. Kirsten takes it, throws to Shiver, and that's the bottom of the third. 1-2-3 inning for Webb. And we head to the 4th inning, scoreless with South Georgia State College. Qualis warming up for the 4th inning here at Bruce Bochy Field. We got a scoreless game with South Georgia State College here in the season opener.
Leading off the top of the 4th for the Hawks, number 9, Landon Yates.
Center fielder Landon Yates steps in. Struck out in his first appearance against Qualis. He's leading off the top of the 4th here for the Hawks. Swinging strike for strike 1. Both starters seem to have settled in really nice, and here as we're in the 4th inning, Qualis' second pitch. Just low, 1-1. That one just misses, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Qualis. Strike 2, good pitch. Yates kind of knew that one, and it's 2-2 now. Qualis is set. Here's the 2-2. Line drive. Lahim Bell's on the run. He's not going to get to it. That's a base hit. First hit for the Hawks today is a single by Landon Yates.
Now batting number 20, Kyle Shivers.
That brings up the first baseman, Kyle Shivers. Grounded out to the shortstop in his first at bat. Now comes up with Yates at first. Nobody out here in the 4th. First pitch outside, ball 1. Quellis looks at first. Now he's set. Throws to first. Yates is back easy. Remains 1-0 here in the 4th inning. The 1-0 lined right back up the middle. Kevin Smith going to take it on a hop. And there's 2 men on now for the Hawks here in the 4th inning. Another 2 base hits.
Now batting number 34, Michael Fitzpatrick.
That brings up the DH, Michael Fitzpatrick, here with 2 on, nobody out in the top of the 4th inning. Fitzpatrick flew out to right field in his first at bat. Swings at the first pitch. It's a high fly ball. Kevin Smith is under it, and he makes the catch. Tagging up at second is Landon Yates. He comes to third. The throw is a little late, and second and third for the Hawks with 1 out now.
Now batting number 14, Kyle Strickland.
That brings up Kyle Strickland, the left fielder. Struck out in his first appearance. Comes up now in a big spot. Runners on second and third, 1 out here in the 4th. Quellis' first pitch. Just misses. Good pitch there. 1-0. Runners taking their lead at second and third. Quellis is set. Here's the pitch. Ball 2. Quellis looking for the sign. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Ball 3. 3-0 now. Runners on second and third, just 1 out here in the 4th inning. Quellis is set. Here's the 3-0. Fastball, strike 1, 3-1. So 3-1 count now on Strickland. Runners at second and third take their spot. And here comes Quellis' pitch. Strike 2. So Quellis has worked his way back to a full count. Here with 1 out in the 4th inning. Quellis is set. Here's the pitch. Strikes him out. Big strikeout for Evamel Quellis. His 4th of the day, but none bigger than that one with runners at second and third. Now 2 outs.
Now batting number 6, Kaiser Anthony.
So now 2 outs here in the 4th inning. Quellis looks to get out of the jam. Runners on second and third. Kaiser Anthony at the plate. Big swing, strike 1. Quellis looks, has the sign. Takes a timeout. And now we're set. Anthony's ready. Here comes Quellis' pitch. Ball 1 inside, 1-1. Quellis sets. Here's the 1-1. Fouled off. So 1-2 now. And Quellis is one pitch away from getting out of this jam. Here in the 4th inning, we're scoreless at Bruce Bochy Field. Quellis getting the sign. He sets. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2. So Anthony sets in once again. 2-2, 2 outs here in the 4th inning with 2 men on. Quellis' pitch. Outside once again, 3-2 now with 2 out. Anthony set. Quellis looking for the sign. Full count, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Quellis looking to get out of the jam here. Just foul. Ripped it down the first base line, went foul. So remains full count. Quellis sets, full count, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Here's the pitch. Line drive over the second baseman's head. It's going to score 1. Here comes the throw. Here comes the second run. And the Hawks take the 2-0 lead on a 2-run single by Kaiser Anthony.
Now batting number 16, Trey Jeffers.
So the Hawks are on the board first with 2 runs in the 4th inning. Anthony at first, and here comes the catcher, Trey Jeffers. Quellis' pitch, runners going. Good throw from Lambert, gets him, and we're out of the inning. A great throw from Luke Lambert gets the runner caught stealing a second, and we head to the middle of the 4th inning with the Hawks leading 2-0.
Talking to me love. That leave a toothbrush at your crib, love. And you ain't gotta wonder whether that's your kid, love.
Cooper flies out to right field, bringing up Adrian Dominguez, the first baseman. Walked in his first at bat. Quick one out here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Yeah, because I've been messing with it. If I
Ball 1. Dominguez settles in. Here's Webb's pitch, outside, ball 2. Here's the 2-0, ball 3. Here's the 3-0 pitch to Dominguez. Takes the strike, strike 1, 3-1. Here's Webb's 3-1 pitch, outside, ball 4. So second straight time, Adrian Dominguez earns the walk, and we have a runner on base. Hector Manuel coming up. Manuel steps in for the second time today. Here with one out in the bottom of the 4th, and Dominguez leading off at first base. Here's Webb's pitch. High, ball 1. The walk to Dominguez broke a string of 8 straight that Webb had retired. Here's Manuel. Ball 2. Webb looks in. Here's the 2-0 to Manuel. He got a hold of that one. It's deep, and it's out of here. Hector Manuel with a 2-run homer ties the game in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Home run, Hector Manuel. Now batting for the Princess, Kevin Smith.
So Manuel quickly ties this game 2-2. His first home run of the season here on opening day. A shot right near the scoreboard here at Bruce Bochy Field, and that ends the day for Nathan Webb. A solid outing for Webb today. Just that one real bad pitch that left the yard. So Aaron Attaway comes in to replace Nathan Webb. Webb went 3 2/3 today. Struck out 2, walked 2. The 2-run home run by Manuel being the only runs he gave up today. And he gives way to right-hander Aaron Attaway, who's making his warm-up tosses here at Bruce Bochy Field.
26, Kevin Smith.
So Attaway now faces Kevin Smith, strike one. Here's the 0-1 from Attaway, outside, ball one. So 1-1 now. One out here in the bottom of the fourth. We're tied up 2-2. Second baseman with a nice play, but Kevin Smith runs it out, and he beats out the throw. That ball hit the lip, went right to the ground, but second baseman made a nice play on the other side of second base, but couldn't make the throw in time to beat the speedy Kevin Smith. So runner on for Brady Strelitz.
Now batting number 10, Brady Strelitz.
So Strelitz steps in, takes the first pitch from Attaway and drives it into short center field. Smith rounds second, he heads to third on the single. So runners on first and third. One out here in the bottom of the fourth, tied up 2-2.
Now batting number 2, Luke Lambert.
That brings up the catcher, Luke Lambert. Runners on first and third with one out here in the fourth inning. Titans have definitely got their bats going here in the fourth inning. 3 straight hits. Lambert steps in against Attaway. First pitch is a ball. Oh, it gets away, and Smith scores. Heads up running by Kevin Smith. Scores the third run of the game. That ball didn't get by the catcher too far, but it didn't need to for Smith. So Lambert now steps in with Strelitz standing at second base, and the Titans leading 3-2. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Attaway. Outside, ball two, 2-0. Aaron Attaway sets. Outside, ball 3. So 3-0 on Luke Lambert. Strelitz at second base. One out here in the fourth. Here's the 3-0. Strike one called. Lambert thought it was a little low, but the strike was called. 3-1. Attaway sets. 3-1. Ripped right between shortstop and third. Lambert's at first. Strelitz moves to third. First and third. One out still here for the Titans, bringing up Laheem Bell. So Lahim Bell steps in, flew out to center field in his first at bat. Runners on first and third, one out here in the fourth inning. Titans already have 3 runs across. Bell showing bunt. Bell he lays it down, and it's a beauty. Strelitz scores. He's thrown out at first, but Lahim Bell does the job, and it's 4-2 Titans. So that brings up the number 9 hitter, Wayne Wilkerson. Struck out in his first at bat against Attaway. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Swinging at the first one, it's a foul ball. It hit the plate and bounced way high. They were going to make the play, but ump called it. Wilkerson steps back in. Attaway looks ready. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Wilkerson lifts that one high into left field. Kyle Strickland's got a beat on it and makes the overhand catch. Nice catch by Kyle Strickland. Ends the 4th inning, but not before the Titans take a 4-2 lead on 4 runs in the 4th.
Pitching for the Titans, number 18, David Morrissey.
Left-hander David Morrissey takes over on the mound for Evan Quiles. Solid start in his first start for the Titans. Quiles goes 4 innings, strikes out 4. Gives up just the 2 runs. Morrissey's finished his warm-up tosses, and here we go in the top of the 5th inning. The catcher, Trey Jeffers, to lead things off.
Leading off the top of the 5th for the Hawks, number 16, Trey Jeffers.
Morrissey's first pitch. Fly ball. Cordero calling it at second, and Cordero makes the catch for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out.
number 25, Luke Flading.
That brings up Luke Flading, the right fielder. Flew out to left field in his first at bat. Stands in against Morrissey. Morrissey's first pitch, a strike. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Morrissey. Nice pitch, strike 2. That ball came back nicely over the plate, and now it's 0-2 on Flading. Morrissey with the 0-2. And he gets hit, but he leaned into it a little too far, and the ump is making the call. They're conferring over the call here. He leaned over quite a ways into the plate, and so the call is going to stand. It's just a matter of, is that a strike or is that a foul ball, or what are they going to call here? So 1-2 is the count now. So he calls that a ball. Morrissey is now set with a 1-2 pitch to Luke Flading. Base hit between first and second, so Flading's on here with 1 out in the 5th inning.
Now batting number 7, Tucker Love.
So Flading with the single. Leaves a guy on here with 1 out in the 5th inning. The Hawks trailing the Titans 4-2. Morrissey set. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Morrissey checks the runner at first, who slides back safely. So here's the 1-0 pitch to Love. Morrissey once again checking the runner, goes home. Fly ball. Laheem Bell's on line, but it's over his head to the wall. Flading heading to third, and he will make it. So a double by Tucker Love, and the Hawks have second and third with 1 out.
Now batting number 30, Bryce Pearson.
So that brings up the leadoff hitter, Bryce Pearson. 0 for 2 today. Strike 1 by Morrissey. Morrissey set. 1 out here in the 5th. 0-1 pitch to Pearson. High for ball 1. So 1-1 now on Pearson. Hawks with 2 on, 1 out. Trailing 4-2. Morrissey sets. Nice pitch. Foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strike count now. Morrissey gets the sign. He sets. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Strike 3. Big strikeout for David Morrissey, as now there's 2 outs in the 5th. Runners remain on 2nd and 3rd.
Now batting number 9, Landon Yates.
So that brings up the center fielder, Landon Yates, 1 for 2 today. Singled and scored in the 4th. And Morrissey sets. 2 outs. Nice pitch, but low, ball 1. So the 1-0 count, Morrissey sets. Swinging strike, 1-1. Morrissey set. The 1-2 pitch, or 1-1 pitch. Strike 2 swinging. Morrissey 1 pitch away from getting out of the jam. 2 on, 2 out here. 1-2 count. Landon Yates steps in. Morrissey has the sign. And here's the 1-2 pitch. He got him. Great comeback by David Morrissey. Strikes out 2 batters. And we head to the bottom of the 5th with the Titans leading 4-2.
Now pitching for South Georgia State, number 12, Griffin Davis.
So Griffin Davis takes over on the mound here for the bottom of the 5th inning for South Georgia State. He will face Carlos Cordero, who is 0 for 2 here today. Davis's first pitch, fouled off by Cordero. Griffin Davis has the sign. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Cordero's ready. Strokes that right up the middle for a base hit. Cordero looking for second, but stops. Goes back to first. And the Titans have their leadoff hitter on in the 5th inning. That brings up Jake Cooper. Flew out to right field and was hit by a pitch today so far. Cordero at first, taking his lead. Davis first pitch, high, ball 1. Catcher throwing to first. Cordero's back in time. Cooper back in the box now. Davis is ready. Cordero has the lead at first. Showed bunt, ball 2. Cooper's back in the box. Once again, showing bunt. And he gets it down. It's a good bunt. Davis fields, throws the first. Gets the out, but Cordero is at second base now. So Adrian Dominguez comes up. He's walked both times he's been up so far today, with Cordero now at second base. Here's Davis's pitch, outside, ball 1 to Dominguez. Davis takes a look at Cordero's bouncing around at second. He comes home, ball 2 to Dominguez. Dominguez is set, rips the pitch to the second baseman. Bryce Kierson makes the play, 1 out, but Cordero moves to third now with 2 outs in the inning. That brings up Hector Manuel. Big home run in his last at bat. 2-run homer that tied the game at the time. Titans now lead 4-2. Cordero's at third. Griffin Davis is ready. Here's the first pitch. Nice curveball. Falls in, strike 1. Davis gets the sign. He sets. Throws another one for a strike. 0-2 on Manuel. So 0-2 to Manuel. Here's the pitch. He lines it to right field, but the right fielder's right there. And Luke Flading makes the play, and it's the end of 5 innings. The Titans lead 4-2. David Morrissey's done with his warm-up tosses, and we're ready to start the 6th inning. First baseman Kyle Shivers will lead it off for the Hawks.
Now batting, number 20, Kyle Shivers.
Shivers 1 for 2 today, singled and scored in his last at bat. Morrissey on for his 2nd inning. 2 strikeouts, big strikeouts in the last inning, get out of a jam. Here's his first pitch. Fly ball to center field. Kevin Smith makes the nice catch. Wow. Unbelievable catch in center field for the first out.
Now batting number 34, Michael Fitzpatrick.
That brings up Michael Fitzpatrick, the designated hitter. He's flown out to center and flown out to right field today. Morrissey's pitch. Nice pitch once again from David Morrissey, strike 1. Morrissey sets. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Strike 2 swinging, got the foul ball. 0-2 now on Fitzpatrick. Morrissey set. Here's the 0-2 pitch coming. Ball 1, 1-2. One-two count on Fitzpatrick. Morrissey sets. Here's the pitch. Oh, that's tight. And it's ball 2. So 2-2 count now on Fitzpatrick. Morrissey looks in. He sets. Outside, ball 3. Here comes 3-2 pitch from Morrissey. Fouled straight back. So we'll do the full count once again. Morrissey sets. Ball 4. That was outside and high. So Morrissey with the first walk brings up Kyle Strickland.
Now batting number 14, Kyle Strickland.
Morrissey sets for Strickland, who struck out in both at bats so far today. He gets just a little piece of that one. Foul ball. Strike 1. David Morrissey set once again. He looks the runner at first, and here's the 0-1 pitch. Strike swinging. 0-2. Morrissey 0-2 pitch to Strickland. Ground ball to Cordero. Oh, that one bounced off of Cordero into the outfield. Fitzpatrick takes third. The throw back to second. He's safe. So a little lucky there as the ball took a bad hop on Cordero. Gives the Hawks runners at second and third with 1 out. That brings up third baseman Kaiser Anthony. One out here in the 6th inning. Hawks once again threatening with runners in second and third. Ball 1. Morrissey set. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Just misses outside, 2-0. So the 2-0 pitch here from Morrissey to Kaiser Anthony. Anthony lifts it into right field. Wayne Wilkerson running back, he makes the catch. That will score the run. Fitzpatrick scores from third. Strickland goes to third, but a big out as Kaiser Anthony flies out to Wayne Wilkerson.
Now batting number 16, Trey Jeffers.
So that brings up the catcher, Trey Jeffers, with Strickland now at third. 2 outs here in the 6th inning. 4-3 Titans lead. Fouled straight back, 0-1. Morrissey sets once again. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Good pitch. He's asking for help and no swing. That was a great pitch, but ball 1. Here's the 1-1 from Morrissey. Low, ball 2, 2-1. The O'Galley pitcher making his debut with the Titans today, and so far it's been a pretty good one. Just gave up the sacrifice fly there for the first run. He sets 2-1 with 2 outs. Straight back, foul ball, 2-2. Morrissey set. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 looking. Morrissey once again leaves a guy on third base. That's his 3rd strikeout in 2 innings of work. And the Titans lead 4-3, heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. Griffin Davis warming up for his second inning work here for the Hawks. And we're getting ready to start the bottom of the 6th inning. So Kevin Smith will lead things off for the Titans. Reached on an infield single and scored on a pass ball in his last at bat. Here's the first pitch from Griffin. Ground ball, second base. Kirsten makes the play. 1 out.
Number 10, Brady Strelitz.
That brings up Brady Strelitz. 1 for 2 today. Scored a run as well. Outside, ball 1. Griffin Davis is ready. Here's the pitch. Strelitz takes it for a strike. 1-1. Davis is set. Here's the 1-1. Whoa, the bat goes flying, and strike 2. That bat went all the way past third base. That was quite a move. Strelitz has a new bat. 1-2 count. He's in. Davis has the. Here it comes. Nice pitch. Strike 3. So 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Titans leading 4-3. Brings up Luke Lambert.
Number 2, Bruce Lambert.
Catcher's 1 for 2 today as well. Lambert steps in. Davis ready. Ball 1 outside. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Lambert. Fouled back, out of play. Griffin Davis ready. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swinging strike by Lambert, 1-2. Lambert's back in the box. Here comes Davis's pitch. Strike 3 looking. So a good inning for Griffin Davis. And we're through 6 innings with the Titans leading 4-3.
Bruce Bochy Field here. He's the Efsc break Yeah, that's what field called. Gave us a lot of He won 4 World Series with the San Francisco Giants and did the Texans. Nicest man. So humble.
Yeah. Tensions is definitely rising. Teed up right now.
Now pitching for the Titans, number 7, Nick Anello.
T-time. T-time like I got a cup of it. T-time like I'm but it's American. But really the truth is you're scared of the six. Yeah, you're scared of the six. Yeah, you're scared of the six. Your bodyguard put in some work on the flute. Now you wanna go and inherit it. Don't talk to the boy by comparison. But come to the boy on some arrogant. The weapons we got is some terrorists. And TV producers, we airing it. She asking for bread for her parents. I told her I don't got no cash and she said she could wait on a rack on some Arabic. I pull out $1 million to stare at it. My just got hard cause a wire just hit. My schedule was out, I'm spinning some real. But thought I spinning a narrative.
New Titans pitcher on the mound is number 7, Nick Anello, finishing up his warm-up tosses as we get ready to start the 7th inning.
Don't come to the boy about repairing. Don't come to the boy about sparing. You lucky that Vogue was suing cause I would have been with the Washington repairs.
I'm guessing these are 30.
Leading off for the Hawks, number 25, Luke Blading.
Luke Flading leading off for the Hawks here in the 7th inning. Nick Anello's first pitch. Sky high. Fly ball deep center field. Kevin Smith with a great sliding catch. What a play by Kevin Smith out in center field.
Now batting number 7, Tucker Love.
That is the second outstanding play Kevin Smith has made out in center field for the Titans. 1 out now in the 7th. Brings up Tucker Love, the shortstop. And Love gets hit with the first pitch right on the elbow, taking his base.
Now batting number 30, Bryce Pearson.
Oh, Anello now facing Kierson, the leadoff hitter. 0 for 3 today. First pitch low, ball 1. Love stays at first. Nick Anello is looking, he turns, throws to first. Ball gets a little bit away from Dominguez, but not far enough for the runner to advance. Anello once again, ready. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Anello turns, throws the first once again. But once again, Love is back easily. Anello's ready. Here's the pitch to Kierson. Nice pitch, strike 2. That one broke right into the strike zone. So 1-2 count now on Kierson. 1 out here in the 7th inning. Ground ball, Strelitz to Cordero, and I think we have a balk call. Coach Brown is heading out to have a chat. Regardless, Kierson's still at bat. So the 1-2 pitch from Anello. Inside. 2-2. So Love advanced to second on the balk call. And now we have a runner at second, 1 out. 2-2 pitch from Anello to Kierson. Line drive right over first base. Wilkerson takes it. He's throwing home. Ah, the ball is offline, and the tie ball game as the Hawks score. Kierson advances to second on the throw, and it's 4-4 with 1 out here in the 7th inning.
Now batting number 9, Landon Yates.
So that brings up Landon Yates with now Kierson at second base. We're tied up 4-4 here in the 7th inning. First pitch, strike from Anello. Anello looks for the sign. He's set now. Inside to Yates, 1-1. So we have a 1-2 count now on Yates. Anello's ready. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ooh, just missed. 2-2. Anello wanted that one. Here's Anello's pitch. High fly ball. Bell has a beat on it. And Lahim Bell makes the catch. So 2 outs here in the 7th inning.
Now batting number 20, Kyle Shivers.
That brings up Kyle Shivers. He's 1 for 3 today with a single and scored a run. Anello looking for the sign. 2 outs and Kierson on second. First pitch, line down the first base line. Kierson rounding third. He's going to score as Shivers slides into second base with the double. And the Hawks take a 5-4 lead.
Batting number 34, Michael Fitzpatrick.
So Anello facing Michael Fitzpatrick. Anello gets the strike call, and it's 1-1 with 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Hawks have taken the lead here in the 7th, 5-4. Anello looks to get out of this. Here's the pitch, foul ball, strike 2. Anello sets. Here's the 1-2 pitch. High, ball 2. Anello has the sign, 2-2, high, ball 3. So we're full count with 2 outs. Runner on second. Anello has the sign. Fitzpatrick's ready. Here's the 3-2. Lined. That's going to be a base hit. Lahim Bell gets it. Kirsten round in third. He's going to score. And the Hawks take a 6-4 lead as Fitzpatrick rolls into second base.
Now batting number 14, Kyle Strickland.
So Kyle Strickland steps into the box. Fitzpatrick standing at second. 2 outs here in the 7th. Hawks have already put 3 runs on the board to take the lead, 6-4. Here's Francis' first pitch. Inside, ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Francis. Strike 1 swinging. So 1-1 count. Francis gets the sign. Reese Francis with the pitch. Swinging strike, strike 2. Strickland waits. Here's Francis's 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 swinging. Francis comes in, gets the job done, and Titans are out of the inning. But not before the Hawks take a 6-4 lead as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning.
Number 24, Raheem Bell.
Griffin Davis continues on the mound for the Hawks. He'll face Laheem Bell first. Bell steps in. That one a little bit wild. Ball 1. So Bell steps back in. Here comes the 1-0 from Davis. Outside, ball 2. Laheem Bell looking in. 2-0. Swinging strike. Bell's back in the box. Davis is ready. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swinging strike from Bell once again. 2-2. So 2-2 count here on Laheem Bell. Leading off the bottom of the 7th for the Titans. 3-2 now. Bell's ready. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Davis. Swinging strike. And Bell's down on strikes to start the 7th inning. That'll bring up the right fielder, Wayne Wilkerson. First pitch just misses. Ball one. Wilkerson back in the box. Here's Davis' pitch. Ball two. 2-0. Wilkerson 2-0 here. Davis's pitch. Ground ball just misses down the line. Foul ball down the first base line. Wilkerson back in the box. Davis is ready with the 2-1 pitch. Nice pitch from Davis. Now it's 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Wilkerson. And he hits a bullet down past the third baseman. Wilkerson has a hit. And that brings us back to the top of the lineup.
Now batting number 1, Carlos Cordero.
So Wilkerson now standing at first with a single. Brings up Carlos Cordero. 1 for 3 so far today. Davis is ready with the pitch. Outside to Cordero, ball one. Cordero sets once again. Davis is ready. Strike one. Evens the count at 1-1. Davis is set. Cordero's ready. Swing and foul behind. Ball 1 2 strikes. So 2 strikes on Cordero. Wilkerson leading off first base. Davis is ready. Outside, ball 2. Cordero's ready. Griffin Davis gets the sign. And here's the 2-2 pitch. Ball 3. So Cordero works at full. Wilkerson will be ready to run at first base. Here's the pitch to Cordero. Big swing, fouled straight back. We'll do 3-2 once again. Cordero ready, full count. He lines that one. Right fielder's there, though. And he makes the catch. Luke Flading makes the catch. Wilkerson remains at first base. 2 down.
Now batting number 23, Jake Cooper.
First pitch gets away from the catcher. Wilkerson makes his way to second base. So Titans have somebody in scoring position. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Cooper hit by a pitch, sacrifice bunt, flew out to right field. Steps in on a 1-0 count here in the 7th inning. Davis looking at Wilkerson, bouncing around at second. Turns and throws, strike one. Davis is ready. Hit right back up the middle. Cooper through the infield. Here comes Wilkerson around third. He will score. And the Titans are up down 6-5 now. Jake Cooper tries to stretch it into double and is thrown out to end the inning. But the Titans get a little bit closer, and it's 6-5 heading to the 8th inning. So Reese Francis done with his warm-up pitches. Got the strikeout to end the 7th inning threat. He'll lead off the 8th inning here against Kaiser Anthony.
Leading off the top of the 8th for the Hawks, number 6, Kaiser Anthony.
Anthony had the big hit in the 4th inning, a 2-run single. Also was walked and flow out to right field. Foul ball on the first pitch, 0-1. Francis is ready. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Just outside, ball 1. Francis has the sign. He sets. Swinging strike. Strike 2. So 1-2 now on Kaiser Anthony. Reese Francis is set. Here's the pitch. Little flare. Center fielder Kevin Smith is all over it, and that's the first out of the inning.
Pinch hitting for South Georgia State, number 22, Andrew Shadburn.
Number 22, Andrew Shadburn, is pinch hitting for Trey Jeffers. Here with 1 out in the 8th inning. And he rips the first pitch right back up the middle for a single.
Now batting number 25, Luke Flading.
That brings up Luke Flading. The right fielder is 1 for 3 today with a single. First pitch from Francis, ball 1. Francis is ready. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Flading. Big cut, foul ball, straight back, 1-1. Francis is set. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Oh, he turns and fires to first. Great play by Dominguez to save that ball from going into the dugout. Francis set once again. 1-1 to Flading. Just a bit low on that one, 2-1. Francis set once again. Here's the 2-1. Fly ball to center field. Kevin Smith coming in and makes the catch. Second out of the inning.
Now batting number 7, Tucker Love.
That'll bring up Tucker Love, the shortstop. Hit by a pitch and scored in the last inning. Coming up here with 2 outs and a man on first. Francis turns, throws the first once again. Shadburn's back. Francis is set. There's the pitch. It's a good one. Strike 1. Reese Francis is set. The pitch to Love. Swinging strike. A good pitch from Francis. 0-2 now with 2 outs here in the 8th. Francis sets once again. 0-2. Oh, that one just missed as well. So 1-2 now with 2 outs here in the 8th. Francis gets the sign on the 1-2. He sets. And here's the pitch. Swinging strike for the strikeout. So Francis works the 8th inning, cleaning 8th inning, and we head to the bottom of the 8th with the Titans trailing 6-5. Griffin Davis's day is done. He had a good outing for South Georgia State. He gives the ball to number 21, Josh Simpson, here for the bottom of the 8th inning.
Surprise! They better give you good meals. Really treat you right.
Adrian Dominguez.
So Adrian Dominguez will lead things off in the bottom of the 8th for the Titans. Josh Simpson making his first pitch. Outside, ball 1. Simpson's second pitch outside. 2-0 to Adrian Dominguez, who has already walked twice today. Simpson set. Dominguez is ready. That ball hits him. And Dominguez takes first base to start off the bottom of the 8th inning. That brings up the shortstop, Hector Manguel. Hit a huge 2-run home run back in the 4th inning for the Titans. Coming up here in a big spot with Dominguez at first, down 6-5 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Ball outside. Dominguez running to second. He makes it on the throw. Goes by the second baseman. He's sliding. He's going for third. He slides and he makes it. Dominguez steals second. Goes to third as the ball gets by the the shortstop. And now the Titans are in business with a runner on third, down a run. So the pitch was a ball, so Manguel 1-0 count now with Dominguez at third base. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Simpson sets. Pitch is outside, 2-0. Manguel set. The 2-0 pitch. What a play by Simpson. The ball got inside on Manguel and just a little pop fly, and Simpson came off the mound, made a nice catch. First out of the inning. So with one out, that brings up Kevin Smith. Smith is 1 for 3 today. Here's the first pitch from Simpson. Outside, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch from Simpson. Smith takes a big swing. Fly ball to right field. Right fielder makes the catch. Dominguez fakes but stays at third base. 2 down. That brings up Brady Strelitz. Strelitz 1 for 3 today. Single and scored back in the 4th inning. Dominguez still at third base. Simpson ready. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Strelitz back in the box. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ball 2. And now it's 3-0. So 3-0 now on Strelitz. Simpson set. Ball 4. So Strelitz has walked on 4 pitches, and that brings up Luke Lambert.
Now batting number 2, Luke Lambert.
So now Titans have first and third with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Luke Lambert up. Ball 1 outside. Lambert 1 for 3 today. Had a single back in the 4th inning. Dominguez leading off third. Strelitz at first. Simpson's pitch. Outside once again, 2-0. Here's the pitch, outside once again, 3-0. So with 2 outs, Lambert has a 3-0 count. Simpson sets. Strike 1 called. So Lambert set, 3-1. Big swing, foul ball, 3-2 now with 2 outs. Runners on first and third here in the bottom of the 8th. Lambert sets once again. Simpson ready. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. So bases are now loaded for the Titans with 2 outs here in the 8th inning.
Pinch hitting for the Titans, number 19, Ryan Cerrone.
So Coach Brown goes to his bench. Number 19, Ryan Cerrone will make his first appearance. Pinch hitting here, and the bases loaded and 2 outs in the 8th inning. Simpson's ready. Cerrone is in the box. Here's the first pitch. And a foul ball. Cerrone ready, so is Simpson. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Just low. Ball 1, 1-1. So 1-1 now on Cerrone. He's set. Swings, hits it to short, second base. Second baseman makes the play. And the Hawks get out of the jam. We head to the 9th inning, trailing South Georgia State College 6-5.
You can get the biggest Chanel like in the store if you want it. I gave him the drill, they set it up, I got him on it. I bought a new paddock, I had to watch some tone. Taking these drugs, I'm gonna be up until the morning. That ain't your car, you just a lease, so you don't own it. If I'm in the club, I got that fire when I'm performing. The back end just came in and out.
Number 6, Bryce Pax takes over in left field for the Titans.
I know they hating on me, but I don't read comments. Whenever I tell her to come, she comes. Whenever it's smoke, we ain't running. Just too hard, I'm staying too close. You gon' fuck around and drown. Off this way, doing our shows. I've been on the road, I don't care why, as long as I get paid. Bad little fire, she been on my mind. Soon as I get back, she can stay. Do this all the time, this ain't no surprise. Every other night, another movie get made. Just too hard, I'm staying too close. You gon' fuck around and drown. Off this way, doing our shows.
So Bryce Pax takes over in left field for the Titans. Reese Francis continues his warm-ups here in the top of the 9th inning with the Hawks leading 6-5.
Leading off the top of the 9th for the Hawks, number 30, Bryce Kearson.
Bryce Kearson leads off for the Hawks. Francis back on the mound. Francis' first pitch. Hit to center field. Smith on his run. He's not going to get that one. It goes all the way to the wall. Kevin Smith brings it back in. The speedy Kearson's all the way to third base to lead off the inning.
Pinch hitting for South Georgia State, number 1, Jacoby Brooks.
Pinch hitting for South Georgia State, number 1, Jacoby Brooks comes in for Landon Yates. Francis set. Here's the pitch. Strike one swinging. Once again, the Titans need to try to keep this runner at third from scoring today. As we trail 6-5 here in the 9th inning. Francis' pitch fouled off, 0-2. Francis set. Here comes the 0-2. Strike 3 swinging. And that's the first out of the inning. Francis with a big strikeout.
Now batting number 20, Kyle Shivers.
That brings up Kyle Shivers, 2 for 4 today with a single and double, scored twice. With Kearson at third, big swing and a miss. Good pitch from Francis there to get the at-bat started, 0-1. Francis has the sign. Here's the pitch. Foul back. 0-2. He's quickly out in front. So Francis got ahead 0-2 here with one out in the top of the 9th inning. Fly ball in between right and center. Wayne Wilkerson has a beat on it. He has the catch. But the run scores from third, and the Hawks add to their lead. It's now 7-5. That brings up Michael Fitzpatrick here with 2 outs in the 9th inning. Francis misses on the first 2 pitches, and we're 2-0 here in the 9th inning. Starting to get some cloud cover here at Bruce Bochy Field. Francis is set. Here's the 2-0. Big swing and a miss. Good pitch from Francis there. 2-1. Francis set. Here's the 2-1. Big swing again and a miss. 2-2. Francis with the 2-2 pitch. High fly ball. Hector Manguel at shortstop calls for it and makes the catch, and that's the end of the top of the 9th. But the Hawks add another run and lead 7-5 as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning.
Never seen a die. That's how you get shot. I be in the Spanish mode. I do that a lot. Took her panties off and it's thicker than a plot. All my exes ain't nothing. I'm busted. If my ops ain't rapping, they is thugging. You ain't ready to pull the trigger. Don't clutch it. I know you on your baby. I'm a savage. Smacker, booty, and magic. I slap her with the ratchet. I might slap a track on this whip and get the aggie. Don't call me on Christmas Eve. Call your daddy. Call your uncle. Don't call me. Always in my ear, yo, a flea. Why my arse posting guns and only use they feet? Hey, like an athlete, I got
pitching for the Hawks, number 30, Bryce Pearson. Leading off the bottom of the ninth for the Titans, number 11, Wayne Wilkerson.
So Bryce Kierson is on the mound now to try to finish it off for the Hawks. Wayne Wilkerson gets it started for the Titans here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Ball one. Ball two. So 2-0 now on Wilkerson as the Titans look for some base runners to get things going here. Ball three. So 3-0 count here to Wilkerson starting off the bottom of the ninth. Strike one called, 3-1. Titans trail 7-5 here in the bottom of the ninth. Wayne Wilkerson leading things off. Strike two, 3-2 now. Here's the 3-2. Ball four, Wilkerson on base. That's what the Titans needed to get things started as we go to the top of the order with Carlos Cordero coming up.
Now batting number 1, Carlos Cordero.
So Carlos Cordero, 1 for 4 today, steps in the box, ball one. Cordero's ready. Strike one. So evens the count, 1-1. Here in the bottom of the ninth inning with the Titans trailing by 2, but Wilkerson's on first. Cordero stays in the box. He's ready to go. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Oop. And it hits him. So now 2 guys on, nobody out here in the bottom of the ninth for the Titans.
Cooper.
So that brings up Jake Cooper with men on first and second here in the bottom of the ninth inning with the Titans needing a couple runs. Looking to bunt, and he leaves it out there. Strike one. So Cooper was showing bunt on the first pitch. Kirsten set. He's showing bunt once again with first and second. Wilkerson on the run. Foul ball. So now 0-2 on Cooper. Cooper back in the box. Wilkerson bouncing around at second. Here's the pitch. Ball. 1-2. So 1-2 now, Cooper. Kirsten set. Wilkerson bouncing around at second once again. Line drive between first and second base. And the bases are now loaded. Cooper comes up big. So Adrian Dominguez coming up with the bases loaded. Nobody out here in the ninth inning.
Now batting, number 5, Adrian Dominguez. Confronting for the Titans, number 8, Jeremy Rivera.
So Jeremy Rivera comes in to pinch run for Cooper. Big hit for Cooper. Bases are now loaded for Adrian Dominguez as the Titans are 2 down here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Adrian Dominguez has been on base 3 times today. And ball 1, that's kind of been his thing today. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ball 2, it gets away a little bit. Here comes Wilkerson. He slides and he scores. And the Titans are within 1, 7-6. So 2-0 count. Titans draw closer, 7-6. Runners now on second and third. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. So 2-1 now on Dominguez. Kirsten set. Dominguez is ready with the 2-1. He hits this one deep. Center field. Going back as the center fielder. He can't get to it. Cordero scores. Here comes Rivera. And the Titans win. A huge double by Adrian Dominguez. Walks it off. And that's how we start the 2024 season. Adrian Dominguez with a huge hit all the way to the fence in center field. Scores both runners, and the Titans pick up an 8-7 win.
That's the Titans win. South Georgia State College will be back here tomorrow for a doubleheader beginning at noon. Drive safe, and we will see you then.